Hello, how's everybody doing? I did a show, I think this past, I think it was Friday, into the next several months, but these shows really were just an invitational. It was good to do it after a while, I just wanted to make this, that, you know, specific that, if you're, have something going, like Esther Brahmi, who's a concert violinist, is good because you're at least getting the recognition that she really gets, and I really acknowledge her in my videos all the times. And I learned from my mistakes already, even though I'm not that great of a violinist. I am still learning all too well. How things work. If you're not really careful with these invitationals, you can get really you can get really thrown to the curve with these invitationals. The guy who was hosting the segments were really his. You know, I really didn't have any funds at all to even go at all, and I told him, pizza, is it free? And he said no. Well, I was like, and I wasn't very, very, too thrilled about these, I wasn't very fond of even going at all because for the reasons being is that I think I really do need to take the approach of going to taking lessons, violin lessons, which I need to get my financial situation and my financial my finances in order for that. But speaking of those things, I got some good bows, but I don't want to keep putting my instruments and my stuff, knowing that they cost money to hair costs $48 to rehair, and it's already it's still good, real good. You know, and I don't see a lot of musicians going out there ahead. You're gonna have to forgive the fact that I'm actually getting this, because I just ate. Um, and generally speaking, with these things, my advice is to everybody: don't do these invitations like this. Sometimes it's cool to do it at least once, but this guy, and I'm not gonna mention his name at all. It was cool, for a little bit, but now he was being a little, too over persuasive of that I'm gonna be here, you're gonna be here, and I think that's the final straw that I'm gonna do. With doing this, I did it for 6 months to 8 months already, and I don't like it at all. I mean, I record my own shows, even with this camera that you see right here that I'm pointing at right now. Considering that that the place that I go to, I've gotten I've asked a lot of musicians, guitar players, they heard of this so and so place. I said, would you do it? And they said no. They regretted it doing it, for that matter. And I think when you have to kind of consider second hand opinion, consult advice from from your colleagues who really are trying to look out for the best interest of what you do. And um and I think I've been watching several videos where as to where I have really played really where I tried to really get the sound coming out, but it almost seems like he kind of sabotages the whole thing. And I really don't want to do this no more. Like I said, I'm going out of town, so that just will actually say for a while that I'm through for now, but I'm still gonna be through because I'm still, I'm trying to focus on other things, on other aspects of my personal life, but I'm still gonna, do what I do. Of course, it helps when you have a supportive cast of great, people, family, friends, acolytes, colleagues alike, like Esther, who I give all the credit for, thank you for actually for always being there, for always being extraordinarily, responding to my comments, in which I know you have a concert coming up in Brussels, Belgium, I think. I know for a fact that I just don't really. Let me see. Let's send you a message. Who would this be right here? I don't got time for this. If somebody wants to send me a message on Instagram, but I just don't feel like doing it. I have a friend of mine who's also a poet, who does poetry, and I feel for him, feel really bad for him. He's a good guy, but I told him that that he has to promote his shows, with better video quality, and he had to try to get more recognition for his material, because it's pretty much the guy that we're doing it, for. It's like he's only pretty much taking all the credit for, I know he makes his introductions, but like I'm not somebody else's sideshow or somebody else's mascot type of format for that matter. But anyways, enough with with these things already. I just need to get I played this violin yesterday, and I felt that it wasn't, it the microphone that he had was kind of handicapping the whole thing. Many people can say that it sounds real thin and shrill. That's one of the main ones that I had. Yesterday, my performance, not yesterday, but Friday, I was really burned out. I tried keeping focused with the whole thing, and I didn't even know what I was doing. I mean, I was just trying to get through, through the performance. I did play, improvise for a while, but I was burned out. I was just I was just frustrated. But in closing, just to go off subject with with Esther. Do you have any other link or where I could watch the show, or how you can provide it? Well, I will. I did send you a picture of that Allegra K dark navy blue dress, and I don't even know if you got my email. So peace out to everybody, and God bless, and goodbye. Goodbye. Before I do this, take off my main one. This has actually become my main one. This just needs new strings. Domestic dominants are the main, strings that are on this one, and the other one that I did a comparison with the new red one. This is as you can see, strings do make a difference. So peace out to everybody. But just to end it on a quick note, I'm just gonna, play it like. And you notice the tone and differences with this. So peace out, and everybody, to everybody, and goodbye to Esther. Thank you so much for at least you know for your reply backs to your comments. I always compliment your videos, short videos, with respect on YouTube and on Instagram. And when I send you emails, it's only for opinions, or what I could do more, and I will support you, and I promise you that I will, once I get my financial situation in order. So I might go out of time, but I'm still gonna stay in touch with you. All right, goodbye.